Hello student. Uh, Today I am going to talk about the ischium. It is a third part of hip bone. Ischium, as I have told you, that it is a postero-inferior part of hip bone, this part, and it forms 2/5 part of acetabulum. This is acetabulum and this is 2/5 part. So it forms 2/5 part of acetabulum. Now the parts, it is having body and ramus. Body, this is body, and ramus, this is ramus. This ramus joined to inferior ramus of pubis and forms ischiopubic rami. Now body is having two ends, upper and lower end. Upper end forms the 2/5 part of acetabulum. This is upper end and this is lower end. Three borders: anterior border, posterior border and lateral border. So this is anterior border, which forms the posterior boundary of obturator foramen. This is posterior border, which is continuous with the posterior border of ilium, and this is lateral border, which is a lateral boundary of ischial tuberosity. Okay, we'll see in next photograph. It is having three surfaces. One is femoral surface towards femoral bone, so this is femoral surface. One is dorsal surface, this is dorsal surface towards posterior side or outer side, and this is pelvic surface, this is in pelvic or inner surface. Okay, this dorsal surface has a bony prominence known as ischial tuberosity. So this is ischial tuberosity, which is divided into upper and lower part by one transverse ridge, and upper part is divided into two parts by an oblique ridge into supralateral and infromedial part, and inferior half is divided into two parts by one longitudinal ridge into outer and inner, or lateral and medial. Okay, so this is all about ischial tuberosity. Then on posterior border there is another bony prominence known as ischial spine. This is ischial spine, and just below the ischial spine there is a depression or concavity known as lesser sciatic notch. Lesser sciatic notch, it lodges tendon of obturator internus. Okay, now the conjoined ischiopubic rami. This is ischiopubic rami, and it is having two borders, upper border and lower border. This is upper border, which forms the anterior border of obturator foramen, and lower border, this is lower border. Two surfaces, one outer surface and one is inner surface. So this is outer surface and this one is inner surface. Okay, now the attachments and relations of ischium. This is the inner aspect of ischium. It gives attachment to coccygeus muscle on ischial spine. This is coccygeus. Another attachment on ischial spine, inner aspect of ischial spine, is levator ani muscle. So this is levator ani muscle. This is the outer aspect or lateral aspect, the lateral or outer aspect of ischial spine gives origin to superior gemellus. So this is superior gemellus. Just below the superior gemellus, from the upper part of ischial tuberosity, there is origin of inferior gemellus. So this is inferior gemellus, and this is obturator externus around the obturator foramen. So this is obturator externus. Next is quadratus femoris. It is attached to or lateral border of ischial tuberosity gives origin to quadratus femoris. So this is quadratus femoris. Now the attachment on ischial tuberosity, as I have told you, transverse ridge, then oblique ridge, and longitudinal ridge. Upper part of oblique ridge gives origin to semimembranosus, and below this there is origin of semitendinosus and biceps femoris, and in lower outer part gives origin to adductor magnus muscle, and adductor magnus also takes origin from ischiopubic rami, and inner half or medial half is related with fibrofatty tissue. So this is fibrofatty tissue. On the inner aspect of ischiopubic rami gives origin to obturator internus. So this is obturator internus. Now the further attachment on this ischiopubic rami. This obturator foramen is covered with obturator membrane. Okay, so this is obturator membrane. The inner surface of the lower border of ischiopubic rami, there is attachment of fascia lata. This is attachment of fascia lata, and this space means between obturator internus and fascia lata. This area or inner surface of ischiopubic rami is divided into three parts by two structure. One is urogenital diaphragm. So this is the structure of attachment of urogenital diaphragm. Another one is perineal membrane. So this is attachment of perineal membrane. So these two structures divides the inner aspect of ischiopubic rami into three parts: upper, middle, and lower. Upper part gives origin to obturator internus, as I have discussed, and in middle part it gives origin to sphincter urethrae and deep transverse perineal muscle, and lower parts there is attachment of crus penis and ischiocavernosus muscle, and lastly superficial transverse perineal muscles. So these are the attachment on inner aspect of ischiopubic rami. Now the ligaments attached to ischium. One is sacrotuberous ligament. So this is sacrotuberous ligament attached to the inner border of ischial tuberosity, and on outer border there is attachment of ischiofemoral ligament. This green structure is ischiofemoral ligament. Their attachment, its attachment on ischial tuberosity, the inner or medial border gives attachment to sacrotuberous ligament, while the outer or lateral border gives attachment to ischiofemoral ligament. Now something about acetabulum. Acetabulum, as I have told you, it is a cup shaped hemispherical cavity. So this is acetabulum. Direction, it is directed downwards, forward and laterally. So this is direction downwards, forwards and laterally. This acetabulum is deficient anteroinferiorly and forms a notch. This is acetabular notch. This acetabulum has articular area and non-articular area. Articular area is horseshoe shaped as shown in this photograph. This is horseshoe shaped articular area covered with hyaline cartilage, and non-articular area is known as acetabular notch, acetabular fossa, sorry, acetabular fossa. So this is acetabular fossa. The margin of acetabulum is covered with fibrous structure known as labrum, acetabular labrum. So this is acetabular labrum, and it deepens the acetabulum cavity. As I have told you, the formation of acetabulum by ilium, ischium and pubis. Ilium forms 2/5 part, ischium forms 2/5 part, and pubis forms 1/5 part. Okay.